I'd have seen you from a distance down there because I was down earlier for the parade and then the grand opening, and then I hung out for a while, and then I left, came back for the lighting. Please rise. Interesting.
That's awesome.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All trustees are present except trustee Cook, who's absent. I'll open the hearing privilege to the floor. I see no one for the hearing privilege to the floor. And we will ask that our two fine gentlemen from the auxiliary come on up.
Of course, we only do things officially here in the Village of Scotia.
Holiday, yes, decided that we would meet today. So this is a proclamation from the Village of Scotia celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Schenectady County Police Auxiliary. Whereas the Schenectady, you guys have heard this so many times, I'm sure by now. Whereas the Schenectady County Police Auxiliary was organized in 1950 by Vincent Cerniglia, a World War II and military police veteran. Whereas the Schenectady County Police Auxiliary is amongst the oldest continuously operating auxiliary civil defense units in America, in the United States. Whereas the Schenectady County Police Auxiliary responsibilities expanded during the 1950s and 60s from emergency activation only to other details as well, including weekend church traffic control, parade traffic, crowd control, special events crowd control, and many civil emergencies. Whereas the Schenectady County Police Auxiliary serves many communities in Schenectady County, including the Village of Scotia, the Schenectady County Police Auxiliary provides an invaluable service to the Village of Scotia during such events as Memorial Day Parade, Cruising on the Avenue, Scotia Fireworks Celebration, and Holiday on the Ave. Now, therefore, the Village of Scotia hereby recognizes Schenectady County Police Auxiliary for 75 years of distinguished service to the people of Schenectady County. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Chief.
There's nothing worse than being a weird picture where you're looking one way and then someone takes another one and that's the picture that they use.
All the trustees, you guys don't mind. No.
That's the come here, yeah, I'm the back. Oh, right, good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, as always. Thank you.
Now, you guys are gonna stay for all the business, right? You're gonna stay for all the motions.
Thank you again.
Oh, thank you for all you do. Appreciate it.
Again, I'll do it one more time.
I love it.
I got it. Let's see.
Sure. Congratulations. Thank you.
It's on, it's on.
Thank you.
Ray.
Thank you.
Oh, we can't. Ray,
Yes, sir.
can we?
You want
I
to try this?
forgot he doesn't hear well.
It's $5.
Inflation $7.50.
Have a great one.
Great rest of your evening, gentlemen.
Thank you.
So one of the new things that we'd like to try to start doing is new businesses come into the village to identify them and welcome them to the village. And we have two new ones, Amazing Grazing and Gifts and Modern Art Theater and Dance Studio. So I'm gonna put together a letter from the board, we'll all sign it and share it with them. Well, welcoming them to the, both Amazing Grazing and Gifts and Modern Art Theater and Dance Studio located right on Mohawk Avenue. Both on the south side of Mohawk Avenue.
That's great.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We've had trustee Brown and I met with both of them actually. During both Holiday on the Ave and they very excited.
We attended the ribbon cutting.
Yeah, very excited to be here. So, next, I just wanted to make an announcement of the Scotia BOA Pre-Development Grant Award. You may remember, probably 6 to 8 months ago, we applied for the Scotia BOA Pre-Development Grant. This is a grant that is a designee of the BOA program we're eligible for. We made a commitment, the board made a decision that we would go for development work on the avenue, on our avenue program. And the idea here is to become really shovel ready for Mohawk Avenue project when we hopefully get the New York Forward grant. This really puts us a step ahead. It was a very substantial grant that really is going to help us both as a community, but also as a business district to really improve the feel of the downtown. Next is number 7.
Make a motion authorizing the mayor to sign change order number 1 with Two Brothers Fence Rental in the amount of $525.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Make a motion authorizing the mayor to sign an agreement with T2 Systems related to parking enforcement and permit management software. This is related to the presentation that we had. Yep.
Just to email, just realized, so this initial agreement is for the main agreement and the software, so they can start using the system to issue tickets, but then the one for collection, we still have to authorize, and there's a little more work to be done for that.
Got it.
Can
Great.
I ask,
Yes.
can you describe how it's being paid for? The software, like, is there a grant coming behind it? Is there a bigger picture, or is it just?
So with the collections, it's anticipated that the collections will cover the cost and more.
And then some.
How long before we get that second part of the agreement together for the collections, like Lydia just said?
I would say, certainly by next month. I know he said he's gonna need some information from the chief about past tickets and whatnot, and then they kind of develop a plan and
Okay.
the cost and whatnot. So I don't think it should take long once,
Yep.
you know, he's able to get the information together.
Okay.
So they'll take the last 3 years for the collection.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Is that time to DMV?
They have access to the barcode, so when you scan the code, it tells you what the vehicle is and make and everything.
And Marie, I don't know, I didn't forward, I had one small change to the contract, just changing the state for the laws we are gonna be under. Overview.
Okay, do you want to just change? I'll get with you.
Yeah, it's literally changes Indiana to New York.
Okay.
Oh, one line.
George, you all set with that?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So moved.
We authorize payment number 31 to CHA in the amount of $11,152.61 for engineering services related to the Sunnyside Road Bridge.
I'll second.
And this is, the ongoing payment structure for the engineering services. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
I'll make a motion authorizing the mayor to sign an agreement with Bonadillo and Company LLP related to audit for the fiscal year ending May 31st, 2025.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye. I will happily make a resolution to adopt the special events guidelines that we went over last time and were sent back out with the edits that were suggested.
Okay, and what, the way this will work then is.
No, this is just the guidelines.
Those are guidelines, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay.
Vote. Next.
Now,
Now it
make a
is.
resolution to approve.
This is just approving the updates and then you're gonna draft the legislation.
Okay, approving Justin's proposal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, make a resolution to approve the proposed updates to the village code for special event vending as submitted by trustee Cook.
All in, any questions? George?
Kind of the theme for me tonight, I guess, would be how, so updating code costs money. How do we accommodate for that? And how do we know how much it's going to be? If we are updating village code, how much is that going to be and how much is it going to cost?
So every time we do any legislation, we send it to general code and the Department of State. And then at the end of the year, depending how many changes are being incorporated into our code, they just send us what an estimate is for the annual.
Is it,
It's not like one law. It's not significant if it were 4 laws versus 5 laws. It's unless you were doing like a universal change to
Right.
the,
so
usually
10,000, 5,000?
annually, it's usually about 1,100 a year.
Okay. Thank you. I just like, when we all talk about that, like it's a lot of money, so I just.
Every time we do any change, like the tax cap, any legislation, that all gets into the code
And then they bill us annually.
annually. They keep it in a proposed section and then only annually they incorporate it into the actual code.
Got it.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
I'll
Department report.
make a motion to accept the departmental report submitted.
Any questions for the department heads?
Not for me. Thanks.
Okay.
Y'all.
My report, just really briefly, we've toured the building a couple of times. Things are moving a little bit quicker now. We're hoping that things will be up and operating for the spring. Just wanted to mention that the service, the work that DPW has done during the storms has been outstanding. I've gotten a number of calls from people that travel through the village on their way to work, and they were really impressed with the fact that our roads tend to be clean when they get to work. So I want to thank you all for that. And really, this has been a really busy month for all the department heads, so I want to just thank them publicly and their folks for all they've been doing. It's been really busy. Seems the holiday season is not a time that slows down, but speeds up, so thank them for that. George, start with you with the liaison.
Planning had a chance to meet. We do have another kind of vacant storefront that's gonna be being occupied again on By Road next to Visco's, so that's good to see that kind of open back up again. I remember when I first moved to the village, that was a place to get a good sandwich, and that's, as I was renovating my house, I could walk over there and get a sandwich, so looking forward to that again. We also talked about kind of how to improve the number of copies of design plans we had to have to take in. As of right now, it's like 10 to 16, so it's a burden on the applicants. It's a burden on us to kind of house that. I know we have the OneDrive available that I think we could probably figure out a way to start collecting electronic copies to reduce that burden to the process and the text. I don't think that would be too difficult a thing to kind of revise that. So we should talk about that a little bit more at one of our work sessions, is how to streamline some of that intake process for stuff. And we talked a little bit more about how Office of Cannabis Management and some of the things that we're dealing with as far as permitting with that goes. So more to come on that. We might see some sort of request from the planning board about that as well. So it's good to have these things moving on in open conversation, which is great. I too got a chance to walk through the building last month, and it's really great to see the progress. It's really great to see things kind of ramping up. I chuckled when the mayor said we're hoping to be ready. I want to commit to having our team start to populate that building first April, as we said, and then our first meeting back in that space will be be May. So hopefully that is the way that the schedule will roll out. It's a long time coming, and happy to see it move forward, and very much happy to see that some of the original floor and woodwork is going to be reused in the meeting space. So it'll be great to have some of that nostalgia remain. Other than that, looking forward to all the events that come up in the first part of the year here, and that's about it.
George, what you have a meeting in first week in February?
For planning?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be the first Thursday, because it's usually the first Monday of the month.
So the planning board could get their comments on the cannabis.
No.
Thing, that'd be great, so we can.
Well, that's
that's
already
good.
expired. The 30 days was up last week, so that one that came in that we had 30 days to come in, it's just expired. So
I did a 30-day
No, we did the
extension.
oh, you
extension.
did? Oh,
You,
okay.
you requested an extension, the board,
The
so
board, we did request the extension.
I forwarded it to all of you. I think it's the first week of February. It
Oh, yeah,
expires,
right.
like February 6th or something.
Oh, okay, great.
So you have until then to reply.
Okay, great.
So in next Monday's meeting, maybe we can.
Yep, I'll reach out to Eric and see what we.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any information you could send us in advance of like what the plans are and stuff, so we can comment on that, that'd be great. It's been
It's
so long since I feel like I've had an update on what the plans were that I couldn't even give an elevator speech about what they are.
yeah, I mean, some of the things are, obviously we're not really allowed to restrict a lot of it, but there's a concern about for having the production side of things of the micro business application. What's going to happen with some of the smells that come out of it that people aren't necessarily willing to put up with. There's also, discussion about like that, the growing operation requires, electricity, water, ventilation, things that really could cause a health hazard for that space and any of the people next door. There could be mold issues and things of that nature. So how much do we get to, it is zoned as a, can you remind me, Lydia, it's retail, commercial zoning?
Yes.
Retail, commercial zoning. How does that agriculture component of the micro business fit into our approvals and our oversight? So.
Well, or where does it tip into manufacturing?
Manufacturing?
Yeah, I mean, if they're,
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's zoned.
yeah, right.
No, it's zoned, that's what I was saying, it's zoned as
Yeah.
retail.
Right, no, I mean, I gotta look to see what cannabis.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Considers.
So it's, we're just trying to do our due diligence, the planning board, it's a composition of active, residents. So we're just trying to, represent that and the residents as best we can with these concerns and have answers for the questions that'll come up.
Okay, do you think we should be pulling the zoning board together before then? To
Well,
answer that question.
I mean, yes, no, I mean, I think there's a much bigger zoning discussion that needs to
Right.
happen that would involve more than just that one location, so.
But in terms of any comments, do you
No, I
think
meant
that,
for comments for
Yeah,
this.
I don't necessarily think that we're ready for that yet, but I mean, I think if we get the kind of guidance from OCM that says, here's what we can and can't do, then we go
Yeah,
from there.
I did send that around,
Yeah.
so.
Okay,
Yeah, because one of the things we can do is hours of operation and.
Parking.
yeah, and there is, I remember, like, to trustee Brown's point, it's been so long since we've been immersed in it, so I do remember some conversations about, zoning and how we can enforce zoning. Or, and kind of guide, again, we're not trying to restrict anybody, we're just trying to do our due diligence.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah, not
the
to
reason
mention-
I'm asking is because like they for a while were changing so rapidly that of what the plan was and even which building and which, so it's sort of like, it would be nice to get like a current state of like, okay, here's what the current plan is. It's gonna go in this space. This is where this is gonna go. Like even the basics, I feel like I'm so lost because they changed so many times early on.
Well, they currently have an occupancy permit for retail sale at 106 Mohawk, and then that new application.
Which is
110.
which storefront?
It's the one closest to the new restaurant.
So the old flower shop.
That's,
No.
it's
It's the building right next to
Next.
Scotia.
right next to
Yeah.
Scotia
Right
Mall.
down.
Closest.
With a comic store, thank you.
That's for the new park.
And then 110 is Scotia Motors, right?
It's not the con,
108,
you'll
110.
see it, it says security.
So
camera
butting up against the
next
the
to
diner
it.
parking lot.
Is Scotia Motors.
Okay. But that's
Oh, maybe,
110.
maybe.
Isn't that the one that's right?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Thanks.
Anyway, sorry.
So more to come. More discussion to come.
I will have this on our agenda for next meeting as well. Okay. Keith,
So Chief, thank you for your departmental updates. I have nothing else on fire. Zoning Board of Appeals has not met since our last meeting, has not had reason to meet. I did forward on, thank you to folks who helped me work with Jamie Stegman to draft the onboarding materials. I know she's not here, but I do want to publicly acknowledge her labor on that. She went out of her way to create that and it's deeply appreciated. I saw your note about changing adding the date to it.
Yeah.
But I don't believe we need a formal motion to do this, so that I would informally propose that now that we've had a chance to edit it, people have looked at it and everybody's had a chance, that I slap a date on it and say, go ahead, this is considered the new onboarding materials.
That's fine, we don't have to, I didn't know if you wanted to, that's why I had at least put in there that going forward, you didn't have to, but that's fine. We do this
I'm good with going with it.
Great.
George.
consensus a little word.
And it'll need to be updated anyway because it has the board members on it. So it will be a living document. So I'll also make sure that that we have a copy of like, not a finalized version of the document, but like the ability to edit it so that
And make
in the
sure
future.
Cassandra gets
Yeah.
that too for us, the clerk.
Yep, I wanted to make sure everything's, all buttoned up. So great. So I will make sure that we have like a Word version of that so that we can edit it, because people turn over. And I'll make sure that that sits with the clerk's office so that it's there in perpetuity outside of elected officials or other officials. So I'll make sure that's there. So thank you everybody for their work on that. Really on special events, we did it tonight. So the main thing we've been working on there is redoing the guidelines and then Justin has put in a bunch of work on the permitting, on the vending part of things. So I'm looking forward to getting that finalized and any other codes or anything else we need to fix. So I think we're on a good path, and I want to just thank everybody for their work on that. I know we have lots of priorities, but that has been one that's been with us for a while. So I'm glad that we finally have some resolution.
Can I, just request that we be a little proactive in reaching out to like the car show and
Yeah.
like just to
Yeah,
make
so
sure
now that
they're-
we have the guidelines, now that we've implemented the guidelines, we can in a very measured way. I actually would also propose that if we can get that up on the website, that'd be great. I don't know how complicated that is, but it'd be great to get that up sooner than later. And then we can reference that for people. And
before-
actually, sorry, just super quick, on that first part of the web page where it sort of says like, I don't know, it's like the alert, what would I call that? Like
I think there's news. Yeah.
news or alerts. I would love to get a little like flash that says, hey, we've updated our special events guidelines, and then with a link to it.
Sure, and
Please reach out.
should, any questions?
You can put me.
Contact the chief of police.
So George, to answer your question, we presented it Monday or Tuesday to the bid evening. And then we'll be presenting it to the,
I'll let you
Car
let the
show
wording
people.
of-
That's what I'm saying, is it, I mean, yeah, just as long as we try to be
Yeah, we're
proactive and
Attach it,
not
me.
have there be any surprises, you know,
Yeah.
even looking farther to, you know, Holiday on the Avenue.
yeah, no,
And that was it for my updates. Thank you.
okay.
This is our first formal meeting, beginning of the year, we know we've met previously, for work sessions, but I wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. Have a great year. I want to say special thanks to all the department heads for their loyalty to the village social, along with the village employees. You've always done a great job, and I anticipate we're very busy this year. It seems like we have a lot on our plate, but, we're moving right along, and I just want to thank you for all your efforts. And then we'll have a great year. The traffic safety meeting, did take place last Wednesday, January 7th. And, there were a number of topics that were discussed. We did have a resident with regard to inquiry on Irving Road, Balton Avenue, with regard to whether that intersection should be looked at. There was a discussion, and at this time, there would be no changes at that location. We also had a further follow-up discussion on Ballston and Fifth Avenue. Tommy Lander is going to prepare a letter to DOT, excuse me, and they will provide their own investigation. We feel, right after, it should be in one way direction. I know they're in the process of canvassing, the neighborhood as well as signature, so want to come on that. I'm very happy with, what we progressed in entering into the agreement with T2 Systems. This is going to help our police agencies with regards to parking enforcement and permit management software to get that implemented. It's first steps, it's long overdue, and I know that police department is especially happy to get that going. We've had an antiquated system for some time. So, good first steps on that, and hopefully within the next few months that'll be up and going. Which leads into another area that we previously have spoken with regards to, we have our statute here says there is no overnight parking between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. There has been some overlooks authorized in our village handbook, and we're going to be taking firm steps. Traffic Safety Committee is taking their time with regards to whether or not that will be changed. Looks like it's going to be modified. The number of overlooks that will be permitted per month. That's still open for discussion. It's premature to discuss it at this meeting, but we are in the midst of doing that, which really rolls into also the overnight hardship application. What parameters are going to be set forth with regards to that? I can say, since there has been previous debate and inquiry on how this is going to be rolled out, the definition of hardship has not yet been defined, but it will not include just a mere convenience of having a vehicle on the road overnight during those hours. So more to come on that. Anything, chief? Sorry, that summed it up, okay. So, we will have our next meeting, probably in the next month and a half. There's not any date at this juncture, but it was a very productive meeting and, you know, we're really just moving forward in a positive direction. And I want to thank the chief for, leading that, traffic safety committee. With regard to the other, liaison work, I do not have an update with regard to the cycling coordinator as well as the county, watershed rules and regulations. I will be in touch with the mayor to, what really, we have to report in, what the board would like to hear in terms of feedback. So I will have an update when I have more information on, those
Okay.
committees.
We will schedule at one of the work sessions when traffic safety is ready to discuss any of these to the board. It's in detail, the parking
They're taking their time. They're going to
due
be
diligence,
making
they're doing due
due
diligence.
diligence. They're hearing a lot of input from the community. And, you know, I appreciate all the efforts and I think that, things are moving in a positive direction. And it's much needed because if you look at the handbook, I believe that there's 3 overlooks. If you look at the statute, nothing is permitted. So there's been confusion, but I am happy that we're gonna get this all figured out and everybody's gonna know if you can park on the road and when you can park on the road. And we have parking enforcement and ticketing system, so there shouldn't be any issue. So hopefully it will benefit, the police department, helping them do their job efficiently and also, providing the village residents and people who come to visit the village of Scotia where and when they can park without getting a ticket.
Polarizing issue, boy, feedback I've gotten is
Very polarized.
on both sides. People feel very strongly about it.
Well, I can tell you, I did voice my opinion and, very forthcoming manner when this was initially discussed, Trustee Brown. But I did, attend very quietly the traffic safety meeting and I liked what I heard. Okay, so first issue are the overlooks. I do think, you know, and the chief will talk about it when he presents this in detail. But I do think that issue itself, the overlooks, really provides a lot of confusion to the people who are parking on the street. So I have the utmost faith in the police department that this all gets rolled out.
I found out there's a group of people that literally call it the Welcome to Scotia ticket.
Yeah.
The first one you get.
I also think, I also wanted to just reemphasize, Trustee Gray mentioned this, what the importance of the work that's being done at examining 5th and 50,
Sure.
where we've had numerous incidents there, and Tom's writing a letter to try to make sure that we get all the detail from
Mhm.
state as well as police and chiefs data that he has.
Just a big net.
Hmm.
Just catching people.
All right,
I'd like to make a motion to approve the budget adjustments for the month of December.
Second,
all in favor?
aye.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the municipal facilities project auto claims.
Second,
Any questions? All in favor?
aye.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the auditor claims.
Second,
Any questions? All in favor?
aye.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of December 1st, 2025 Village Board of Trustees work session.
Any questions? Second, I need second.
Second,
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of December 10th, 2025 Village Board of Trustees regular meeting.
Any questions? Changes? All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of December 15th Village Board of Trustees work session.
Any questions or changes? All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the January 6th, 2026 Village Board of Trustees work.
Second,
Any questions, changes? All in favor?
Aye.
New business, the county is ready to locate their new piece of equipment that they're going to reside in the village.
6x6,
Um,
8x8.
8x8,
Where did we land on trustee rides in it?
that's an official.
But fireworks only.
She said,
You can volunteer for the fire department.
See what you did there. That's called a twofer joke. That's what that is. That's a.
I also, one thing I'd like to say, you know, looking forward to the opportunities of, I got an opportunity to attend the swearing in of the new members of the Town of Glenville Board. And it's really, I think it's going to be a great thing for the town as a whole to have some really good representation up there. So looking forward to working together with them and supervisors. So.
I just want to add that too. I was present and I am hoping great positive teamwork between the village of Scotia and village here. So fingers crossed.
yeah, I was able to reach out to them. I couldn't attend, but it was congratulating them all. Any other new business?
I have none.
Okay, I will need to move us into exec session for a contract negotiations.
Second.
Anything for us before we do that?
What would you like to know?
Well, I just want to know how it's going. I don't know you here, but I just wanted to,
It's going well.
yeah.
We anticipate being in the building the first week in April.
First week.
It's our,
Costs are doing good.
yeah, we're limited, we have a cap.
Yeah.
And we're under that cap at this point. We're at that. So
Yes, I got it.
we're not in danger of not being able to finish.
On budget is what you.
We're on budget. No, we've addressed all of them as we've gone along.
All good.
So far, all good. All of our asbestos, anything that we thought might be an issue has been addressed and now it's just building it, finishing it.
And when it's on, where's
Everything will be done. Yeah.
I think you'd expect like the whole month of April will be moving in, transitioning, getting set up. We probably won't have many meetings there till May, but yeah, it's a exciting time.
Yeah, we should
Long
be,
time coming.
we may be, operational be no later than May 1st, but we be moving in. That's all that's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's moved along pretty well recently, so. All the work, the reason you don't see a lot on the outside now is everything's been being done in this.
Which is fine.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, anything else? Okay.
Nice to see you.